Brlo Berlliner Weisse.
Life is too short to be drinking shitty beer.
Welcome to another edition of Ben's Bikes and Booze Reviews. I've got a bottle of Berlliner Weisse from the Brlo Brewery in Germany. I think that's how it's pronounced. B-R-L-O. It could be Brlo if it's Polish, because it's got that little accent on the L. I'm not quite sure, but that is the old Slavic word for Berlin, and that's where this brewery have taken their name from. They're a really good brewery. They have got really good ethics. I was doing a bit of research on them just before I came on here, and they list their grain suppliers and their hop suppliers as well. They use local producers, and they don't filter any of their beers apart from the Helles. And yeah, they've got quite a good range as it goes. And being from Berlin, they produce genuine Berliner Weisse. If you're not familiar with the Berliner Weisse style, it is a wheat beer, but it's got sour notes to it that come from the specialist yeast that they use, and are normally low in alcohol. This is 4%, which is in keeping with that. American brewers do them, but they ramp up the alcohol on them, which is not really in keeping with the style. Berliner Weisse is a unique style, and one of its traits is lower alcohol, but this has got it. And yeah, it looks quite interesting. So let's stop gassing and let's get this open. Right, as I said, before I go any further, everything's in German here, so I'm gonna sort of try and struggle with this. What have we got? Well, it's a Berliner Weisse, it's 330ml, it's 4%. Yeah, they name all their suppliers. I'm trying to translate this in my head from German, but it's going on. Yeah, it's basically just listing their suppliers and what they're using and how it comes from Berlin, and it's using malted barley, wheat, hops, and yeast, and brew water or Brauwasser. Yeah, that's all I know. There is the label. You see that? And there's the cap with the words, I think it's Brlo. I think that's how it's pronounced. Anyway, let's stop gassing. Let's get this Berliner Weisse open. Now, as I say, they're renowned for being sour, so I'm expecting sour notes coming out of this on the nose. Oh yes, sour apples, yeasty sourness, and it smells really good. Now, if you're not a fan of sour beer, you need to stay away from Berliner Weisse, because that is sour. It's not lambic sour, but it's sour. And it smells lovely. I can smell the malt coming through on that as well. It's like a cross between sweet malt and sour apples. But it smells nice. Let's get it into the glass. Now, I don't know whether this glass is going to be clean. No, it's not. I've run some stuff through the dishwasher this morning, so hopefully that will have got rid of all the shit that is in the dishwasher, and it will stop the bubbles sticking to the side of the glass like they're doing there. There it is, not much of a head. It's cloudy, it's a yellow, golden straw, cloudy, hazy, whatever you want to call it. No head, fair bit of carbonation. The bubbles are dancing on the top of that, on the nose. Oh, just more intense sour apple, some slight malt on there as well. but it's almost getting up my nose and tingling the inside of my nostrils. It's that sour. Let's get it down the hatch and see what this is all about. Oh, that's really nice. Have another go. That is sour, and it's reminding me of sour apple, like it was on the aroma. Sherbet, you know, you've got that sherbet bitterness or sourness, and then you get the sweet afterwards. That's what that is like. It's like all Berliner Weisses. It does put me in mind of a small batch brewed West Country cider, you know, a dry West Country cider. And I'm not a fan of cider. I can drink it if I have to, but this could wean me onto cider. It's that similar. And there was a pub, a craft brew pub, just in the centre of Maidstone, that used to do craft cider, and occasionally I'd have a glass in the summer, and it's reminding me of that. But it's really nice, very, very dry. That is crisp as well. It leaves you, I mean, this is a summer drink, believe it or not, and this is cold as it's supposed to be, and this is the perfect weather for drinking it, but it's leaving me very dry, wanting more. I've never quite got that sort of concept through my head where they say it's a summer drink, refreshing summer drink, and you drink it like cider and you're left with a dry, crisp mouthfeel. That to me isn't refreshing. That means you just want to drink more and more of it, and you're never really quenching that thirst like you would with a nice smooth lager. But that's just me. But this is really good. As Berliner Weisses go, this is a really good representation of that style. If you're a fan, you're going to love this. This has got everything a good Berliner should have. The sourness, the sherbet, sour notes that you get from sherbet, and then the sweetness as it goes down, which I'm assuming is coming from the malt. But the overwhelming, dominant flavour on this is sour apple and sherbet. And it's nice. So what's the verdict? This is my first beer from these people, the Brlo. I think I'm pronouncing it wrong. They're a craft brewer in the true sense of the word, from Berlin. They've been going since 2014, and their philosophy is spot on. I mean, German beer philosophy is pretty good anyway, but this is, you know, the fact that they're advertising where they get the malt from, the supplier of their malt, the supplier of their hops. I think that's brilliant. I think that's what brewers should do, but obviously they don't do it. Even craft brewers don't really do that over here. Some do, a lot of them don't. But yeah, I like that. It's a nice touch. What would I give this? Really like this. I'm quite a fan of Berliner Weiss. Not my favourite style, but I do like it. I would give this, I'd give it an 8.5 out of 10. Because it does everything a Berliner is supposed to do. And it's quite nice. Carbonation might be a little bit obtrusive on that, but in fact I think it might have gone down now. Yeah, there's some carbonation in there. Very slight. As I poured it, it was quite big and it was a bit obtrusive, but it's gone now. And yeah, this is a really nice Berliner. From Berlin, no less. So yeah. Excellent. 8.5 out of 10, and definitely recommended. And remember, beer is working class champagne.